Hello, fellow numismatists and coin enthusiasts. Welcome back to my channel Coins Capital. Today, we're diving into a fascinating coin from American history, the 1942 D 5-cent coin, also known as the 1942 D nickel. It might seem like just another nickel in the pocket, but this coin holds a lot more than meets the eye. From its design to its historical significance and even its current value in the numismatic market, the 1942 D nickel is a coin worth knowing about. So, let's get started. The design of the 1942 D nickel is one of the key factors that make this coin so interesting. Let us first take a look at the obverse, or front, of the coin. On the obverse, we have the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. This image, designed by Felix Schlag, has been used on the 5-cent coin since 1938. Jefferson is shown in profile, looking dignified and serious, with his name and the inscription Liberty appearing above his head. The date 1942 is inscribed below, along with the word "In God We Trust" to the right of his portrait. Moving on to the reverse side, we see the classic design of the 5-cent nickel. Here, we find the Latin phrase e pluribus unum, which means out of many, one. This is a nod to the union of the original 13 colonies that formed the United States. In the center, the words United States of America appear above a large, bold 5 cents. The coin is also distinguished by a large D mint mark above the word cents. The D mint mark indicates that this coin was minted in Denver, Colorado, at the Denver Mint facility, which is known for producing many of the country's coins. This particular mint mark is important because it helps collectors identify where a coin was made, and it's crucial in determining its rarity and value. Now, let us talk about the historical significance of the 1942 D 5-cent coin. To understand why this coin is so interesting, we need to place it in the context of 1942, a year that was deeply affected by World War II. The United States had entered the war in late 1941 after the attack on Pearl Harbor, and the country's economy and industry were rapidly shifting towards wartime production. The 1942 D nickel is part of a series of coins that were produced during World War II, and that's where things get really interesting. You see, in 1942, the US government needed nickel for wartime military production, particularly for making armor-piercing ammunition. So, in order to conserve this vital resource, the composition of the nickel was changed. The traditional 75% copper and 25% nickel mix was altered to a more war-efficient combination of 56% copper, 35% silver, and 9% manganese. This change made the coin distinguishable from earlier versions, and that's one of the key things that collectors look for when determining the authenticity and rarity of a 1942 D nickel. Interestingly, the silver content of the 1942 D nickel was so high that the coin itself is sometimes called the wartime nickel. It's part of a collection of coins that have a special place in numismatic history due to their role in wartime America. In 1942, the U.S. Mint produced a total of over 200 million 5-center coins. Of these, approximately 25 million were minted in Denver, indicated by the D mint mark. This large number of coins might suggest that the 1942 D nickel is easy to find, but as we'll see, there's more to the story. Now, the big question: what's the value of the 1942 D nickel today? The answer depends largely on the coin's condition, as well as its rarity. While millions of 1942 D nickels were minted, not all of them are in excellent condition. In general, the value of the 1942 D nickel can range anywhere from a few dollars to hundreds, depending on its grade. For example, a well-circulated 1942 D nickel might be worth between 2 and 10. But if you have a coin that is in mint state or has been preserved in excellent condition, it could be worth significantly more. In fact, a 1942 D nickel in mint state 65 or higher has been known to sell for upwards of 100 or more. And for rare, uncirculated coins that have been graded even higher, you're looking at a coin that can fetch several $100s at auction. But the real surprise comes when we talk about the wartime silver version of the coin. Remember, in 1942, the nickel composition was changed to include silver. These silver nickels are highly sought after by collectors, and they can be worth significantly more than their copper counterparts. In top grades, these silver nickels can sell for thousands of dollars, with particularly rare specimens going for tens of thousands. So, if you find a 1942 D nickel in your collection that is made of silver, you may have a coin worth a lot more than you expected. Now, for the real treasure, can a 1942 D nickel be worth $1 million? While most 1942 D nickels are not worth that much, some rare coins have hit the $1 million mark in the world of numismatics. But what makes a coin worth millions? It's a combination of rarity, demand, and historical importance. In the case of the 1942 D nickel, the coins that have sold for the highest amounts are those with the silver composition and those in pristine, uncirculated condition. However, don't expect to find a $1 million 1942 D nickel in your pocket anytime soon. It's very rare for a coin like this to reach that level of value, but if you do happen to have one of these ultra-rare specimens, you could be sitting on a very valuable piece of American history. So, there you have it. The 1942 D 5-cent coin is much more than just a nickel, it's a piece of history, a testament to America's wartime efforts, and a potential treasure for collectors. While not every 1942 D nickel will make you rich, there's always the chance that your coin could be the one that's worth big money. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed learning about the 1942 D nickel, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more coin-related content. And remember, always check your pocket change. You never know what history you might be holding. See you next time.